Discipleship process. Marami po sa ating mga churches ang may kanya-kanyang proseso sa palago ng ating mga iglesia at pag-disciple ng ating mga miyembro. Pero importante po itong discipleship process dahil out of this process, we are going to reproduce and multiply ang ating mga disciples. Kung ang manufacturer ng mga sasakyan katulad ng Toyota o Honda, so may process po sila from parts and then until paintings hanggang makapag-produce sila ng sasakyan. So ang Toyota ay nagpo-produce ng sasakyan at ang DM Consunhi naman may process din sa pagko-construct ng mga condominium at they are producing condominiums and buildings. At yung Boeing 747, may mga process yan sa paggawa ng mga eroplano nila. So, different manufacturing firm ay nagpo-produce po ng iba't ibang klase ng products. Pero ang church, ano yung po-produce natin? We are producing disciples because we are commanded to make disciples. Kaya po, ang church dapat magpo-produce ng mga disciples. Pero sa pagpo-produce po ng disciples, ay merong proseso yan from the start to the end to multiplication. So, sa inyo po mga churches, ano po ang process or step-by-step strategy para magparami ng mga disciples? Ano po ba yung mga ginagawa ninyo? Ano ba yung mga proseso nyo? Alam ko may mga proseso na kayo pero sa iba hindi malinaw. You're just having an activities and programs, pero you are aiming and you are praying that you will produce disciples. Pero doon po sa inyong proseso ay meron kayong step by step na ginagawa. Hindi nyo lang na ililista. So we need to write it down, process it, at we need to plan and strategize. So what is church discipleship process? Ang discipleship process po ay essential for the spiritual health and growth ng inyong mga churches. It involves guiding believers doon sa initial stage patungo sa conversion, mag-mature ang kanilang faith na magre-reflect yung karakter ng Panginoong Hesus, magsiserve sa ibang community, sa ibang tao, at pagpapatuloy ang kanilang mission ng multiplying disciples. At pag sinabing church discipleship process, maaring ito ay through mentorship o one-on-one o small groups, o sa iba ay care group o D groups o Bible studies o outreach Bible studies or any active ministry involvement. The goal of discipleship is to help believers grow deeper in their relationship with God. So, become equipped for ministry and eventually disciple others. So, siguro po malinaw na sa inyo kung ano yung discipleship process. Sa ibang mga churches, halimbawa katulad nitong Victory, meron po silang yung process nila mag-start sa engagement. So, meron silang one-on-one at pagkatapos ng one-on-one, isi-share yung gospel and then yung second part ng process ay established. Meron silang Victory Weekend. Sa iba ay EGR ang tawag dyan. And then, also they are teaching yung foundation for victories. Meron po sila mga materials niyan. Meron sa apps, pwede nyong kunin at buksan sa inyong mga cellphones. And then sa equip ay making disciples at empower training leaders. So yung process nila from engagement, establishment, and then equipping, and then empowerment. So yan po yung kanilang proseso. Pero sa ibang grupo din, ganun din, ay they are focusing sa engagement sa culture, community, i-build yung relationship, at second is establish yung biblical foundation, and then i-equip nila yung believers to minister, and also last ng process ay empower disciples to make disciples. They go on to missions. At sa iba naman, ganito ang process. They know God, find community, make disciples, and then change the world. So, depende po sa inyong strategiya at proseso paano kayo nagbu-multiply ng disciples. Pero sa ituturo ko po ngayong hapon o umaga sa iba dyan, itong discipleship process na ginagawa natin sa Training for Trainers o Acts of Love, ay we use itong Pieces DX. Yung Pieces DX, it starts with prayer, care, share, disciple, and then multiply. So, yung term natin ay PCS DX. So, hango po ito dun sa prayer, care, share na strategy ng Training for Trainers o T4T. So mag-i-start yan sa pananalangin. At yung mga miyembro natin ay we are going to oblige them to make an intercession. Bibigyan natin sila ng oikos list, ililista nila yung mga pangalan ng kanilang mga contact. They are going to stand in the gap dahil spiritual po kasi ang labanan when you make disciples. Then you pray for their salvation, mag-open ang Panginoon, magkaroon ng opportunities to share to them yung gospel. So, sa prayer, church members will receive a form called the Oikos List, o yan po ilistahan ng kanilang community o contacts to record all their community contacts, including family, relatives, classmates, friends, and neighbors. The completed list will be posted in their churches and prayed for during every prayer meeting, o minsan naman yung panalangin, hindi lang sa church, kundi individually sa kanilang mga bahay. They will pray for them daily sa kanilang devotion. At ito po yung sample dyan, makikita nyo sa screen. Meron tayong kapirasong papel dyan. You can duplicate it, 2 kopya, ilbigay sa lahat ng inyong mga miyembro, ilagay ang kanilang pangalan, ililista yung kanilang family na hindi pa nakakilala, relatives, neighbors, community, classmate, friends, office mates, others, etc. So yan po, ipoproduce ng 2 kopya. Yung isang kopya ilalagay sa bahay ng mga members natin o personal copy nila. Yung isang kopya naman po ay ilalagay sa bulletin ng church. At doon ipapascale para pag may prayer meeting kayo o sa Sunday service, those members who listed their communities o yung oikos nila, yung prayer, care, share form ay may papanalangin nila. So mag-i-start po yung discipleship process sa prayer. And then next is care. So sa atin po mga part ng Acts of Love, if you are invited dito sa ating Acts of Love conference. So yung ating mga strategy sa Acts of Love, ito po ay community outreach to reach the people around us, ating community. We build relationships, ministering to the physical needs, magkaroon ng open doors, at this step will encourage na lahat ng miyembro ng church while praying, habang nananalangin sa kanilang mga contacts, they will do an intentional building of relationships or acts of service o acts of love o yung community outreach. So from P, dumako tayo doon sa letter C, caring. So we start to helping others, make others really happy by using acts of love strategy. So sa mga outreaches natin sa churches, hindi po nalilimit yon sa ating main church lang, but we encourage all of the households represented sa church. Bawat household magkaroon sila ng outreach ministries o caring ministries. Katulad sa bahay namin, nung malilit pa yung mga anak ko, nagluluto kami ng sampurado, pinapakain namin yung mga mahihirap ng kapitbahay at kami ay nagtuturo doon sa mga bata. So we started caring for the communities. So PC, and then next is S, PCS o sharing. So sa sharing, dito na po yung evangelism part. We teach our members on how to share. Pinakamadali lang, one verse evangelism, at tuturuan natin silang mag-share ng kanilang life testimony, ano yung buhay nila noon, paano nila nakilala si Christ, at kamusta na yung kanilang buhay ngayon. So others call it prayer evangelism, o pwede rin sa Zoom meetings. You can invite your friends through Zoom meetings, at sometimes they call it truth, power encounter, At you can use other evangelism method. Ang purpose nito ay to share Jesus to them. Kaya importante rin na bawat isa sa ating church members ma-share, matutong magbahagi ng mabuting balita. We share Jesus to them through the words, through our known trainings, and also through our lives, yung ating mismong buhay, magiging testimony at patotoo sa kanila. So, PCS, okay na yon. And then yung D, disciple. So, sa discipleship part ng process, dito, ibabaptize na natin sila, i-disciple, may discipleship meeting na, o may Bible study meeting. They will know more about Jesus, and then you really build up relationship with them, may time ka na sa kanila, and then you invest your life to them, magiging tatay o nanay o discipler ka na ng mga dati pinagpipray mo pa lang, pero nang nag-open up, you start to disciple them. So you lead them to publicly confess their faith through baptism. So kino-coach na po sila. And then that's in accordance to the word of Jesus. We go and we make disciples, we baptize them, and we teach them to obey. At ang pangako ng Panginoon, He is always with us. Siya yung tutulong sa atin. So, PCS, D, and then yung X ay multiply. Sa multiplication, while we are modeling, sinasama na natin sila sa labas, may field exposure, at meron ding coaching session, coach mo na sila, nagka-counsel ka, nakikinig ka sa kanila. So, meron ng discipleship cycle. At dito sa discipleship cycle, sila rin ay dapat makabuo na rin ng sarili nilang grupo. Maaring one-on-one lang, depende sa kanilang maturity at depende rin sa iyong modeling. Pag wala kang minodel na grupo, wala silang kokopyahin. Kaya ikaw yung pinaka-model, kagaya ng sabi ni Apostle Paul, follow me as I follow Christ. So habang pinapalo mo si Jesus, sa likod mo naman ay pinapalo ka ng iyong mga disciples. So you do training, you invest your time, at sometimes you will give assignments to them, sometimes sasamahan mo sila para lumabas, para mag-witness. So sa 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 2, the things you have heard from me in the presence of many witnesses, entrust this to faithful men who will be able to teach others also. So yung process ng multiplication, magkakaroon na rin sila later on ng sarili nilang grupo, maaaring one-on-one lang, o dalawang member nila, o if they really capable of handling a bigger group, praise God, importante, they will multiply. Kaya itong discipleship process na ito, please remember this, pieces, the X, prayer, care, share, disciple, and multiply. Tapos later on, kukuha ka na naman ng another person para dumaan sa process, at yung dinisciple mo, siya naman ang kukuha ng panibagong grupo. So, with that, marami pong salamat, at i-like nyo po yung ating YouTube channel. At sa YouTube channel po ay marami pa tayong mga teaching patungkol sa discipleship, multiplication, and church multiplication. Thank you po once again. This is Pastor Dan Parilla. God bless po.